Good beautiful morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today we are filming two things. We're having a good old-fashioned deer head boil.
We're hungry.
We got Tan the man with us, who I don't know. Tanner,
I have not.
have you been on any videos?
Nothing published.
So this may be Tanner's. Well, I don't know what's going to come out first. We're doing a gun video because Tanner is the gun man. He is gun everything.
I'm going to disappoint everyone with my review.
We're hoping our government stimulus checks comes in so I can get a new gun after this. But anyway, now Tanner is an awesome guy. We met through church. Great brother in the Lord. Great all around human being. And so it's awesome to get to spend time with him and also get him on the channel. And so we're going to do that. And he also killed a buck this year. And he boiled his head. And so he's going to bring his knowledge of that also here, and we're going to boil my buck's head from this year. And we got also the main man,
Mitch McConnell. Could have got more money and bought a better rifle.
So yeah, we're boiling heads and talking about guns today, guys. This is going to be primarily the head video, so let's get started.
So we got us a regular old propane burner, and then we got the most sanitary bucket in Clay County.
Dude,
and we're going to fill this thing with some water, drop our head down in there. After we prep the head, see Jeremy's already got it skinned, everything taken off. And it will probably be easier if we take the eyeballs out of it first, because it lets all the water seep in there, boil out a little quicker. So once we do that, we're going to wrap the horns with some saran wrap, put some tape on there to protect the horns and their coloring and everything like that. Then we're going to dunk the head, boil it for a couple hours, take it out, trim it, and then keep on boiling it till it's clean. And then we'll have us a nice, beautiful head. I'm going to stop that right there.
Okay. So you essentially put the water up to around the base of the antlers.
Yep, and that's why you put the saran wrap around the bottom.
Yeah.
So it might cause just a hair bit of discoloration, but it's going to make it darker. It's
It's
shouldn't. It's going to make that 2-year-old look like a 4-year-old.
I don't know if there is a good kind of saran wrap.
There's not.
The only thing it likes to stick to is itself. Look at that.
Yeah,
I hate that, dude.
They say wrap an avocado in one, put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. If the avocados change colors, then you have crappy saran wrap. Seriously, I'm serious.
That's pretty good. I've never heard that.
Yeah, I was listening to Meat Eater, and that's what he said.
Yeah, so this guy is
it's
right.
right. You know it's right if Steve
That was
Ranella
from the
said
meat
that.
doctor.
Dude, I love that guy. Steven Ranella, if he's not going to see this, maybe
Hey.
one day.
He's going to comment on it.
If he does, we look up to you so much, man. We're like fangirls.
Yeah. I want to take him, or want him, me to.
You want to take
I
him?
wanna
I'll
take
take him
him.
out, too. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, I'd like
I'll
to take
take
him and
him
show
out.
him a few things.
Yeah. Show him how to hunt. I'd like for him to take me on a mule deer hunt.
I like for him to take me on a fishing trip.
Yeah,
This
that'd be
deer
fun.
looked like a 3-year-old when I shot him. Here. Look how big he is. I can already see the comments coming in. Why'd you kill that little deer? Well, I was hungry.
Yeah. I was looking at my freezer yesterday. I made some famous deer chili from a guy that told me how to make it. His name's Clay Bishop.
Oh,
Yeah. And running low on burger.
yeah.
So,
I made a meatloaf yesterday, actually. Smoked it. And it had a bit of a gamey taste.
Really?
Almost like I think the burger was a little old,
yeah.
like from a couple years ago or something.
Isn't it like recommended for a year in the freezer?
Yeah, I don't know. It was,
I've heard people eat deer meat 2-3 years after.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's all about how you clean it, I think. Get that blood out of it.
We got a buck head here. You can see we skinned it out. It's kind of rotting right now because I killed this thing on November the 17th and it's currently December the 31st. We wrapped it saran wrap, put a little Gorilla tape around it, and that's it. We're putting it in water. You could use any kind of pot that would fit the head in it. You could use, I'm sure, like a Camp Chef type burner or one of those Coleman gas burners or whatever. Tanner had this guy, which makes it really convenient. And we're going to hook it up to a big propane tank and, again, just let this guy boil. And that'll be it.
we go.
I heard her.
But you won't eat that.
I know.
There we are, guys.
Yep.
We are boiling, and now it's just time. While this boils, we're actually going to shoot another video that's also going to be launching. It probably actually will launch first. I don't know. Maybe it's Brandon's concealed carry video is our second best video on YouTube as far as like views. So you guys like guns. You guys want to see more gun videos?
American one.
Like, yeah, you like. Comment section below. We're open to anything. We're not just hunters. You know, we do all kinds of stuff from eat to boil heads to shoot guns. So tell us what you like. So we're going to do that. We're going to shoot some probably. We're going to look at this beautiful, beautiful gun. And yeah, we'll get back with you in about 2 hours. Oh yeah. Oh, it did. It fell off.
There we go.
So as you can see, guys, we're about 2 hours or so into this boil, and we were going to show you pulling the jawbone off, but it just fell off right then. This thing is starting to, it's almost edible now. Not really.
Take it back.
Tanner, what are we going to do now?
We can actually clean some of that meat off there.
Okay.
We can either pressure wash it, or we can trim some of it with the knives. And then we'll dip it back down in there.
Okay.
Boil it a little more.
Every deer is going to be a little bit different. I say that like I've done this 500 times. I'm not. This is my first. But talking to Tanner, like his deer was even different. And there's probably a lot of factors. Like this one's been rotting for about a month. That may or may not have been a factor. We don't know. But we've been boiling this thing for 2 hours, and basically, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like you see, like we power sprayed it a little bit, but the majority of the meat just fell off. And Tanner, off of camera, I apologize, but he took a knife and just kind of
I couldn't help myself.
cut like a big piece or two off, so you can do that. And then like you see here, he's just going through there and
You just trim your little excess fat off there. Like with mine was frozen when we did it, so we had to boil it for like 8 hours. But this one's 2, and I mean the jaw fell off, and everything is still good. I mean it's intact. All the meat came off. We just gotta like trim stuff around the horns here.
Going in the future, will you end up like trying to do that? Let yours set for a while before
Absolutely,
you do it?
I'll let it set.
Do you think that's a benefit?
I
of
think
letting
it
you do
helped. Like the meat came off so much easier. Didn't have to boil it as long. So I think that rotting factor helped tremendously as far as time and just.
And I'm
ease.
sure the fact that yours was frozen, obviously it's going to take,
Yeah.
you know, probably a couple hours of boiling just to get it down to
thaw
where
out.
it's, you know, really the meat's starting to come off of there. So if you just have an unthawed head, it's probably going to do, I don't know, rotting, obviously the meat's breaking down. I mean, that's what it's doing.
Yep.
And so that's going to help it as far as ease of taking everything, getting the meat off of there.
Yeah.
But in some places, like if you go out west and hunt, or you're needing to travel a lot, sometimes you're needing to boil that head immediately. You don't have that luxury of letting it rot. But if you're just doing this at home and can let it wait, it seems like letting it rot for a little bit has definitely made it a bit easier in terms of like brain fell completely out.
Yeah,
All
I
the
mean,
nooks
it's
and crannies,
clean
like
on the
it's
inside.
Why would someone have to do that before they come in?
the reason you would want to, coming into Kentucky, if you bring a deer from another state into Kentucky, you cannot bring it into the state until you get rid of that brain matter first. And it's primarily because of CWD, which is a disease that gets in deer. It's extremely contagious or whatever. It spreads rapidly
It's COVID-19
amongst deer.
of deer.
Yeah, and it really does a number on deer. And there's Kentucky, we don't have it yet, but surrounding states does. And so to keep that from happening, what you have to do, and I'm sure it's like that with other states as well, you have to check your state regulations. But you have to get rid of that brain matter before you can bring a deer into Kentucky, at least. And I'm sure it's like that other places as well. So That's why you'd have to bull it immediately if you were to kill one out of state. You think this needs to boil a little bit longer?
We might boil it down a little bit.
Yeah, we'll probably let it boil for another hour or so, just because you can see kind of close up, like the big meat is gone, but there's like a film right here of this kind of, you know, it's a little more sticky, a little more tough, a little more fatty, but otherwise you can see the brain is out of there.
I just popped the eardrums out, and that's what that was.
And this one is pretty cool. I like how all the cartilage is still intact. I'm going to try to leave that unless it just boils down.
I don't think it will, because it's pretty hard.
So yeah, we're gonna put this sucker back in there for another hour or so, and then pretty much be done. All right, everybody, we are finished with the head. Tanner's taking the last little bit of saran wrap and tape off of it.
See, like there's just a little bit
more
more
of fat and meat.
We can trim that off.
Trim that.
And their little nose fell off.
Yeah, nose piece fell off.
But we can fix that. But it turned out pretty good. I mean, it makes it look. I mean, just. There's your mount right there on the wall.
There's your mount. Alright guys, that's going to do it for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give us a like. We hope you enjoy this kind of stuff. Again, we're just trying to make videos on the whole process, everything that normally you wouldn't think to even make a video about maybe, but from the hunting itself to, you know, some processing stuff, cooking stuff, and even, you know, little things like this is pretty cool. It's a really simple process. Essentially, you just boil a head till the meat falls off.
Yep.
I mean, that's basically it. So, anyway, thanks so much for Tanner to coming up and helping me out with the whole thing and bringing his awesome equipment that we could use. And also, if you are watching this video and haven't watched it, go back and watch our gun video, which is the bomb. We had such a good day today from bulling heads and shooting guns. It's been awesome. So, anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.